Your reaction? Yes, Tyson.
It's heavyweight boxing, boys. It happens. Shit happens. You get knocked spark out. It could have been me. It could have been you. Could have been.
In the heavyweight division, things can change in the blink of an eye. That's the nature of this sport. One moment you're at the top, and the next you're laid flat on the canvas. Yes, it's heavyweight boxing, boys. It happens. As Tyson Fury bluntly put it, you get knocked spark out. It could have been me. It could have been you. It could have been anybody in this division. That's just how it goes. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most explosive nights in boxing, the recent Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois fight and the ringside clash between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. This episode is jam-packed with surprises and intense moments, so buckle up as we dive into every shocking detail. Let's first talk about the Joshua versus Dubois bout. Fans worldwide had their eyes glued to this high-stakes fight. The boxing world was buzzing in anticipation, expecting fireworks, but not the kind we eventually saw. Joshua was the clear favorite, riding a wave of victories. He was on his redemption arc, preparing to reclaim his throne in the heavyweight division. For months, his name had dominated conversations, and this fight was supposed to be his chance to prove his critics wrong. The atmosphere in the arena was electric. Everyone was on the edge of their seats, expecting to see Joshua triumph. But in boxing, expectations can be shattered in an instant. Dubois, the underdog, had other plans. He came prepared, poised, and hungry. In the fifth round, he landed a vicious right counterpunch that sent shockwaves through the arena. Joshua went down hard, and there was a collective gasp. No one saw it coming, not the fans, not the pundits, not even Joshua himself. As the referee counted, the reality began to sink in. The face of modern boxing had just been toppled. The bout was over, the favorite defeated. It was a moment that left everyone speechless. There was no turning back from this. As one commentator exclaimed, "It's over. There's no way back from this." However, the real drama of the night unfolded outside the ring. While the crowd was still processing what they had witnessed, a completely different scene began to play out just a few feet away. The focus shifted from the ring to the stands where two of boxing's biggest names, Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, were about to have their own showdown. This was the confrontation that nobody expected, but everyone ended up talking about. Fans were treated to not one, but two intense face-offs in a single night. It all started when Usyk was having a casual conversation with Terence Crawford, another big name in the boxing world. Then, in typical fashion, Tyson Fury made his grand entrance. Fury never enters a room quietly, he storms in, his larger-than-life persona commanding attention. As soon as he saw Usyk, things started to escalate. Words were exchanged, tempers flared, and the tension became almost palpable. For a brief moment, it seemed as though we were about to witness an unplanned brawl right there in the stands. Fury was shouting, gesturing wildly, clearly fired up. Usyk, not one to back down, responded just as fiercely. The atmosphere crackled with intensity. The crowd went wild as security rushed in to keep these two titans apart. For a split second, it felt like the scene could spiral out of control. Would we see a spontaneous fight right there? It was chaos, pure adrenaline, the kind of high-stakes encounter that reminded everyone why boxing remains one of the most electrifying sports on the planet. Cameras flashed, and the internet exploded within minutes. Memes started flying, social media went into a frenzy, and this altercation quickly became the talk of the town. In that single heated exchange, Fury and Usyk managed to overshadow the very event that had brought them there in the first place. After the situation calmed down, Fury addressed the media in his usual unapologetic manner. "This is heavyweight boxing, things get heated," he declared. "We fought before, and it didn't go the way I wanted it to, but that doesn't mean it won't go my way next time." The guy kept running his mouth, so I went over to shut it myself. Fury's words were as fiery as his demeanor, his bravado shining through as he spoke. He made it clear that, win or lose, he's always ready to take on the challenge. On the other hand, Usyk took a more measured approach. Fury likes to talk, but talking doesn't win fights, he calmly told reporters. There's a reason he lost to me, and that same reason will make him lose again. This is what he does, causing a scene, going crazy, but when it comes to boxing, everyone saw who came out on top. Usyk's composed demeanor contrasted sharply with Fury's bombastic style. He didn't need to raise his voice, his words carried their own weight. Meanwhile, Joshua's defeat to Dubois left the boxing world in a state of shock. Joshua, once the dominant force in the heavyweight division, now found himself in a precarious position. His redemption arc had been cut short in dramatic fashion. After the fight, Joshua addressed the media saying, "We took a shot at success and came up short. That doesn't mean we're running away. We live to fight another day. I'm a warrior." His words resonated with fans who have watched him rise, fall, and rise again. He made it clear that despite the setback, he had no intention of stepping away from the sport. Dubois, riding high on his unexpected victory, was quick to set his sights on his next targets. "Now they're my targets," he said, referring to both Usyk and Fury. "I want to get my rematch, put the wrong right. God bless, and just come through it now." His eyes were gleaming with the hunger of a fighter who knows he has just shaken up the entire division. The stage is now set for one of the most thrilling showdowns in recent heavyweight history. Usyk and Fury are scheduled to face off in December, but who can wait that long? The tension between these two has already boiled over, and they both seem ready to clash sooner rather than later. Fans are eagerly awaiting this matchup, which promises to be a battle for legacy. Fury, the entertainer and showman, versus Usyk, the calm and collected tactician. Two contrasting styles, each vying for supremacy. But let's not lose sight of the implications of Joshua's loss. Many are now questioning if he can bounce back, or if this marks the end of his reign at the top of the division. Joshua has stated he's not retiring, but the road ahead is undeniably steep. For a fighter once considered the future of boxing, this defeat has left his career hanging in the balance. The heavyweight division has never been more unpredictable. With Joshua, Dubois, Fury, and Usyk all in the mix, each one of them is just one punch away from changing the narrative entirely. As the dust settles on this action-packed night, the questions linger. Can Joshua reclaim his former glory? Will Fury get his revenge against Usyk? And where does Dubois fit into this new heavyweight landscape? The stage is set for a thrilling chapter in boxing history, one that promises more drama, more surprises, and more unforgettable moments. So where do we go from here? Boxing, especially in the heavyweight division, is a game of inches and seconds, of skill and pure willpower. A single punch can rewrite history, just as Dubois' right hand did against Joshua. The path ahead for these fighters is riddled with challenges, but that's what makes this sport so captivating. The December bout between Fury and Usyk is on everyone's radar. It's more than just a fight, it's a clash of styles, egos, and legacies. And with Dubois now in the picture, the stakes have never been higher. That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the most recent heavyweight clash and the ringside drama between Fury and Usyk, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss our future uploads. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Can Joshua make a comeback? Will Fury reclaim his throne? Let's get the discussion rolling. Stay tuned for more explosive content, and until next time, keep your gloves up.